Okay, so this is an update on step one. I decided to not complete the Apple Swift UI course, even though I thought it was really good. I wanted to build the app out quickly, so I used ChatGPT. I found that this time it was super helpful if let's go to ChatGPT, if I can find it. I found it super helpful. I used, this was basically the starting point. If I go all the way back to the top, you can see how I started the message. Because this is the way I'm going to approach building apps from now on. So building an app in iOS for the first time, should I use React Native or Swift UI? I was just interested. And then I just got started with Swift UI, and the first step that was really key was this here. So I jotted down everything I wanted the app to be. You can see here. I basically wrote the idea, the flow that I want the user to go through. I generated some super simple mockups on Figma, and then I wrote out pretty detailed, relatively detailed, exactly how I wanted it to work, and it gave me a really good base, really good foundation for my app. And then I kind of went through each thing, so I said explain all the steps, and investing that time at the beginning. So now I wanted to set up the back end. I gave it a lot of information, and if it didn't do a good response, I'd edit it, go back and redo it so I could keep the context clean rather than keep adding more and more messages, and so I could keep track of it. So really, I find one really important thing is to keep your ChatGPT interface, keep it like a source of truth. So if one message was not good, don't add another message, go back and edit that message and explain better what you wanted it to do so you can see your conversation. And I did that pretty much all the way through. So I was checking, is it good to continue? And so basically what I ended up having was my Swift UI interface here with all my different views. And then I had my Visual Studio Code. This was my back end. So I had an Anthropic, let's move this, an Anthropic API. And basically I made 2 API calls, and again I talked to ChatGPT about this. I also used Anthropic's prompt generator, which was super helpful. And yeah, it basically wrote the foundation for this. I didn't worry about the API calls until later on. I just made like a dummy text to ensure that it was linking to the front and back end. But yeah, this is working all good. And so that's basically how I built the app. It took me 2 days in total. But you could, do it even faster. And so this is how it looks so far. So it's called your first steps. So I can add a new goal. So I'm going to say, go to university and graduate. So I click go, you get a loading animation to know that it's working in the background. This is the API call, and then you'll get taken to the question screen. So I get 3 questions. Where are you currently in your educational journey? So I'm just going to say, I've graduated 6th form and I'm not going to give too much detail because I can't be bothered. I am interested in comp sci. Not sure about the challenges. Maybe financing it. Okay, I'm going to hit go, and then again you get a loading animation. This is the second API call. Okay, great. And now I get my 10-minute action steps. So create a list of 5 universities in your country that offer strong computer science programs, great. And then how to do this in 10 minutes. So how to use a search engine to search this, and quickly note down the 5. Okay, great. So I'm going to click let's go. That gets added to my list of first steps. I can click on it, and once I've done it, I can click mark as complete, and it gets ticked off on my first step sheet. So super simple MVP. It just gives you the most simple first step that you can do in 10 minutes. And basically lets you do it now. And actually, we can just do it just to prove. So create a list of 5 universities. So top computer science universities in England. Computer science rankings. Okay, so these are the top 5. But actually, you know what? I don't really want to go to those, so I'm going to put I'll probably do Birmingham. Let me go to notes. So uni comp sci unis. Uni of Birmingham, UCL, Uni of Bath. I don't really want to go to Durham, King's College, and Manchester. Great, so that's my first step done. It's literally taken me 2 minutes, but already I'm closer to achieving that goal. And so my next ideas are to basically, I can mark this as complete. My next idea is to basically, as soon as I mark something as complete, it automatically regenerates and generates the next first step to you. So what would be my next step after doing this? So that's my next goal. But so far, this is my MVP. The other final thing I did was I got a developer account and I paid for the Apple developer program. I haven't enrolled yet, so I can't release it to test flight, but as soon as it is, if anyone's interested in testing, let me know. I'd be really happy to send it to you and you can test it out. Thank you.